Have you ever gone on a trip and come back to realize you forgot to feed your fish? Is it an inconvenience to have to remember to feed your fish on a daily basis? Now, you don't have to worry about those problems. The Betta waiter will automatically feed your fish for you, so taking care of your fish is stress-free. The Betta waiter consists of a rotating portion wheel that distributes a consistent amount of food each time the fish needs to be fed. We designed the Betta waiter to be accommodating to a variety of fish breeds, fish foods, and tank styles. The Betta waiter is self-sufficient after an initial setup and can run for about 2 weeks with no additional adjustments required.
Before beginning the design process, there were some engineering requirements that needed to be considered and were necessary in order to compete with similar products on the market. First, the product needed to reliably feed a fish a certain amount of food for a set time determined by the user. Next, the unit needed to be large enough to be stable and easy to use, yet have a design that was visually appealing. Finally, the fish feeder needed to be able to accommodate different types of food. Popular fish foods for common household pets include pellets, flakes, and different kinds of freeze-dried food such as worms or other bugs. There were many ideas brought forward when coming up with initial design concepts for the Betta waiter. The power screw design consists of a motor connected to a series of gears that gradually rotates a screw. This screw pushes the food through the sloped hopper, out of an exit hole, and into the tank. It can last for as long as the hopper has food and can run on either battery or corded power. Unfortunately, this design would be too difficult to manufacture, hard to clean, and is not accommodating to different types of fish food. Therefore, we did not choose this for our final design.
Another potential design was the rotating barrel design, which consists of a rotating food drum powered by an electric motor with a fin that pushes a portion of the food into the fish tank. There is an adjustable slider to change food amount per feeding. This idea was ruled out because it was difficult to dispense the same amount of food consistently and was not accommodating to many types of fish food.
For the portion wheel concept, a battery-powered motor rotates a small gear that is meshed with a larger gear attached to a drive shaft. The dramatic change in gear size is intended to decrease the rotational speed of the motor. The drive shaft is connected to a portion wheel which rotates slowly over a feeding hole in the bottom of the housing that is the size of a single portion. The wheel contains 14 equally sized portion wedges. As the wheel slowly rotates, a single portion of food will be able to fall into the tank through the opening. This mechanism was designed to accommodate a variety of fish breeds and food types. This idea was selected for our final design because it met all of our engineering requirements, and given the time and materials available, it was the most practical design.
Our initial prototype was constructed from cardboard, wood, plastic gears, and duct tape. Our biggest challenges were that the gears were very thin and did not mesh well, which led to neither a smooth nor constant speed rotation of the portion wheel. Additionally, there was no way to attach the housing to a fish tank. All of these components contributed to an insufficient product. With all of the previous complications taken into consideration, our final prototype of the Betta waiter was constructed at a much higher quality. The portion wheel and housing were 3D printed. We purchased a motor better suited for the intended function, obtained metal gears to avoid the former issues caused by the plastic gears, and also decreased the amount of gears. Having high-quality parts made constructing the final prototype more straightforward and bypassed additional obstacles. So the Betta waiter is consisted of a portion wheel and then housing for the motor and the gears. So on the inside of the housing, we have a motor that connects to a battery through these wires. The motor spins this small gear here. That small gear is meshed with this gear, which is attached to the portion wheel through a shaft. So as those gears mesh, the portion wheel will spin one rotation and the food will drop out through the hole and into the fish tank. So the Betta waiter has these adjustable attachment legs, and basically they're very flexible legs. We have one here. As you can see, they can move whichever way you want. They're very flexible. This allows the customer to place the Betta waiter wherever they like on their tank, wherever's accommodating for them, and it can fit any tank shape or style.
Looking forward, if this product were to be commercialized, there are definitely some improvements to be made based on the current state of the prototype. Regarding the timing of the portion wheel, there needs to be a more customizable way for users to change the frequency of their fish being fed. Right now, the Betta waiter distributes one portion of food once every 24 hours and operates until it runs out of food. However, if a customer wanted to feed their fish more or less frequently, we plan to add an interface that allows them to do this. We also came up with the idea to install an indicator light to let the user know that the food needs to be refilled. For mass production, 3D printing is not the most efficient way to make the Betta waiter. Injection molding would be a more cost and time-effective way of producing this product at a higher quantity and quality. This would also decrease the cost of manufacturing, therefore dropping the selling price to make our product more competitive with other fish feeders on the market today. Right now, we believe the cost is too high for the market demand. To increase the attraction of our product over our current competition, we plan to reconfigure the housing to make the outer body more compact and refined, as well as waterproof. We believe that our final product would cost approximately $25 to manufacture. This chart displays the breakdown of prices for each component in our product. Based on our research, the Betta waiter would be sold on the market for approximately $40.
This similar device on the market is priced at $37.99 and is comparable to our rotating barrel initial design. The drawback of this product is that it is only intended for large aquariums and doesn't accommodate for all types of fish food like pellets and dried worms.
Here is another comparable fish feeder on the market. This is a long-lasting feeding block, and one block will last about 14 days. This could be useful for vacations or trips, but it is not ideal for everyday use. For a pack of 3, the price is $9.99.
With the improvements to come for a commercialized product, the Betta waiter will be a great competitor on today's market. The Betta waiter offers a reliable and convenient way to feed your fish and will be sold for $40. This is a competitive price with the comparable products, but the Betta waiter offers more accommodating features for different foods and tank types.